y'all this morning. And if it's your first time here, welcome, welcome, welcome.
That's right.
We are so glad to have you here on this Saturday morning. And we elemental beings. Hey, we elemental beings. What's up, 111? Hey, Grand Rising. Hey, good morning. Hey, what's up, Megan? Hey, good morning. Good morning. Hey, it's happy Saturday. Hey, it's happy Saturday. Good morning. Hey, it's happy Saturday. Hey, happy Saturday. Hey, we got Larry in the building. Hey, hey, and we, hey, 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 and we can't forget Megan. Hey, we can't forget Megan. Hey, hey, and shout out to Yolanda. Hey, hey, good morning. Hey, shout out to you, Larry. Hey, good morning.
Hey, happy birthday.
Hey, oh, okay, Styles Queen. You know I got something for you. I got something for you. Oh, Queen Nala. I said Styles Queen. Hey,
Happy
hey,
birthday.
happy birthday to Queen Nala.
Queen Nala.
Hey, hey. All right, I got something for y'all. Let's go. Hey, what's up, Erica? Hey, hey, hey. Go, Erica. Hey, hey. All right, let's go. Go. Hey, hey. It's like, what's your zodiac sign? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What's your zodiac sign? Hey, type it in the chat. What's your zodiac sign? Who we represent? Hey, what's your zodiac sign? Hey, hey, and happy birthday to them Virgos. Hey, happy birthday to the Virgos. Hey, happy birthday to my Virgos. Hey, go Virgo. Hey, what's your zodiac sign? Hey, what's your zodiac sign? Hey, what's your zodiac sign? Hey, we got Pisces and Aquarius. Can't forget the Capricorns. Hey, hey, go Capricorn. Hey, hey, shout out to them Pisces. Hey, can't forget Aquarius. Hey, hey, go Aquarius. Hey, go Aquarius. Hey, yeah, I said, what's your zodiac sign? Hey, hey, what's your zodiac sign? Hey, hey, and next we got them Scorpios. Hey, next we got them Scorpios. Hey, and shout out to my Libras. Hey, hey, shout out to my Libras. Hey, hey, but happy birthday to them Virgos. Hey, but happy birthday to them Virgos. Go Virgo. Hey, happy birthday to them Virgos. Hey, and next we got Leo. Hey, go Leo. Hey, shout out to them Leos. Hey, a shout out to my Leos. Hey, with Cancer. Hey, go Cancer. Hey, hey, we looking for them Cancers. Hey, I'm a Cancer. Hey, can't forget the Geminis. Hey, we love them Geminis. Hey, go Gemini. Hey, and shout out to the Geminis. Hey, I said, what's your zodiac sign, Taurus? Hey, shout out to the Taurus. Hey, we can't forget the Taurus. Hey, hey, my sister is a Taurus. Hey, hey, go Taurus. Hey, hey, and now we got Aries. Hey, sitting pretty, go Aries. Hey, sitting pretty, go Aries. Hey, and shout out to them Aries.
Hey.
Good morning, y'all. Hope you guys are doing well and good energy and attracting the life you desire because it's your birthright. Of course, we're coming through with another live for you guys. Make sure you take the message how it resonates in your life. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And don't forget, if you love the video, to share the video out. Okay?
That's right. Hey, Tribe. How's everybody doing this morning?
Hey, y'all.
Where everyone's doing well. We're pulling it together over here on the Elemental Beings channel.
Trying to, anyway.
Trying to get it together. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? I'm pretty much let the cards do the talking this morning. Don't really have any downloads. I really haven't been in a strong meditative state. So, kind of like, just moving through it. Nevertheless, we're going to get to it.
Okay. I heard Shelly. Who's Shelly? Whose name is Shelly? I just heard Shelly. Michelle, Shelly. I don't know. That's somebody's name here. Okay, yeah, I know. I know it's somebody's name. That's right. I heard it loud and clear. Okay, you could be in a shell, needing to come out. Ooh. Pluto. Regeneration and transformation is showing up this morning.
Responsibility shows up.
Transformation.
Fortune refers to more than just monetary and material success. If you don't appreciate the people in your life now, you won't have them tomorrow. Real talk.
Come on now.
This message encourages you to take personal responsibility and use it to realize your greatest potential. So let me start at the first thing first, right? If you don't appreciate the people in your life right now, you won't have them tomorrow, right? And maybe somebody you need to hear that, because sometimes, right, in life, we get to moving around, and what we start thinking that we do everything that we do on our own accord, or we begin to devalue those that give us strength. The people that make us look good, the people that make our job look easy, the people that's behind the scene, the people that love you, the people that support you, the people who are there when nobody else is there, right? It's real easy, Spirit says, to begin to take those people for granted. We begin to think that we're doing all of what we do on our own power and by our own volition, right? And a lot of times when we get in that energy, we start taking people for granted, right? And then when they adjust their position, it causes a lot to happen in our lives, simply because Spirit says we begin to devalue what God said was valuable. Like, for instance, if you at the bottom in life, if you ever been at the bottom in life, right? You know what that feels like. Chances are people gave up on you, you gave up on them. Well, at this place, when God give you restoration, oftentimes he give us people. He give us people that help us put things in order, help us sort things out. So when we get those people, they become valuable. We see it clearly, like this person is helping me, right? But as we go along, we get so accustomed to them people being connected to us that we begin to feel like, well, this is not suiting me or I want more. Well, just because we don't value what God gave us as valuable, it doesn't mean that it's not valuable no more. It's sometimes mean that we need to just adjust the way we see things. So God says we have to value them now or they won't be there tomorrow. And this is basically God basically saying that as quick as he gave people love, he can take it away. As quick as he gave you people to support you, he can take them away.
You know, and I love how God supports you, because as you were speaking and I was shuffling my cards, the Three of Pentacles fell out in the reverse. So that lets me know that someone could be working against the team, you know, going against the grain. You know, it makes things harder when, you know, we go against the plan, the team, you know, because someone could be, you know, God could have really put you on a team. And I know sometimes we like to be independent, but there is a time that we have to be on a team and good team players and teammates. And we got the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, so I just felt like it was confirmation for what my husband was saying. You know, we are responsible for the people that God sends us. And right now, with the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, there could be someone that, you know, needs to practice a little bit better with their teamwork. You know, maybe you could be, you were an only child. Like, I remember my mom, for instance. You know, I would look at my mom like, why is it so hard for her to work with people? You know, and it's not, and it's not saying, like, you know, but she's an only child, right? So she was set in her ways and she just had little things, right? And you could be the same way, right? But I feel like it's very irresponsible not to really work in this team, because I feel like this is a team that God provided for you.
No lie. I mean, this is a heavy card. At the bottom it says, it says, this message encourages you to take personal responsibility and use it to realize your greatest potential. So you know what this entails? Not blaming others. When you look up and everything is not going your way, you can't look around and say, well, this person did it. I did that before in life.
I did too.
I did, like, because I felt on a deeper level, like,
you said
there's a
one
lot
time
of people.
In life.
Yep, Six of Cups. One time, look, it falls out.
Thank you, God.
I remember, thank you, Spirit. I remember being in the Six of Cups where I felt like, you know, well, if this person didn't do this, or if my mom didn't do that, or if my dad didn't do that, or if my friend didn't do this, I wouldn't be going to do whatever, you know, but.
Never counting yourself in any part of the equation, right?
Never truly factoring myself in. Never really saying that, you know, at the end of the day, I got to take personal responsibility.
Okay. It's crazy. The Six of Cups came out as he was speaking about the past, okay? So, you know, maybe you are going through, you know, a situation where you could be reflecting on your past too, you know? Like, okay, I was like this for X amount of years. It's time for me to change, right? It's time for me to grow. It's time for me to see things differently. You know, if I've been doing something for 30 years and I'm still in the same position, I probably need to try another way, because, you know, if I'm not happy and I'm in the same position, that means that I need to try something different, because for the last 30 years, it hasn't been working if I'm still not happy.
Spirit supporting you now, because it says, look, walk away.
Okay.
And look at what it says. You're wasting your precious energy on something that will not bear fruit.
Wow.
It's time to turn your attention to things more aligned to your soul's purpose. Whoa.
And I know that to be true, because the first card that fell out for the reading, it was about transformation and regeneration with Pluto coming out. Okay. You know, this is a time for transformation. You could be shedding pounds. You could be putting on weight, you know, to get healthier, whatever you're doing. There's a transformation here. You know, I'm saying someone, I don't know if you went through a drastic change where you cut your hair, you allowed your hair to grow out, whatever you did, there's just transformation here. There's something about your past with the Six of Cups that is coming up, but I feel like it's truly a thing of the past. I don't know if you're having regrets about the past. You could be reminiscing about the past or something like that. There's someone that you could have even ran into, like a childhood friend or a childhood love or something like that.
Yo.
You could have tried you could have gone back to a childhood love and realized that, you know,
Somebody
the love you
went
had
back.
when you were young is not the same love you have when you become an adult, right? Something like that.
Somebody you easily went back to something, right? I don't know if it's a person or way of thinking, but It says you're wasting your precious energy on something that will not bear fruit. Then we got 6 of Cups out here. So it's showing me somebody, all right, for instance, if I sit and waste precious hours thinking about a past relationship, it bears me no fruit. It's not going to do nothing but put me in a complex state of mind, and I'm not going to be able to get a lot done. And God forbid you went back to somebody and you one of those people that you expecting something different from the same old energy, right? You know, they say that is insanity.
Yeah.
If I do the same old thing and expect a different result, Spirit says it's probably time to walk away right now. Somebody. Don't freak out. It says pay close attention to the people in your life, your surroundings, and your physical health. Don't freak out. It's just a warning to be careful and a wait to avoid any further issues. Communicate clearly and keep healthy boundaries. Somebody being called to what they call it, take inventory of your life. That's what it's basically saying. It's basically saying maybe you have areas where your boundaries are low.
Oh my gosh, you know, when he just said inventory, it just made me think, you know, why do places do inventory? Inventory is when you can see when things come up, when things are missing, you know, are things really what they appear to be, right? Because your paperwork can say one thing, but when you go count that inventory, things, if they don't add up, that means something's missing, right? And you could be finding that when you do inventory, there are some things missing. You know, my husband was saying yesterday, you know, when the only way people are allowed to use your energy is if you're not using it. And, you know, when you do inventory, you can find those pieces of energy that have been lost, you know.
Me. Yes.
Come on.
Inventory prevents internal theft at a company.
Come on.
Like she said, the paperwork can say this, but the people that work in the company, they can be stealing from the company. So taking inventory on a regular, it not only does it prevent internal theft, it dissuades it. Like people are not persuaded to steal when they know it's being counted.
Correct.
I've been on a job before. They be like, oh, don't touch them. They count them. Don't do nothing to that. They count that, right? So yeah, inventory about your life, because sometimes you got a lot going on in your energy that you don't know about.
Hey, Rose. Hey, London. We got the root chakra, number 7. You could be a life path number 7. You could have been number 7 on your line. You could be a line sister or brother. Number 7 is showing up here. You know, 7 is also a very godly number as well here. I have the root chakra. I have. So I feel like, you know, I have. You know, someone's learning that at one time you could have been bound by your root. You know, when your root chakra is bound, it's when you're in that place where it feels like you can't go anywhere. It feels like you're stuck. You know, at times it can feel hopeless. You know, it can feel like just very wasteful when your root chakra is bound. You know, but right now it says, I have. So I feel like, you know, someone understands I have the ability to change, you know, the way I perceive life. I have the ability to be happy. You know, I have a chance at life. You know, I have an opportunity to be better, right? I have, you know, someone knows that I have everything I need inside of me where I don't have to look outside of me. I have an understanding of who I am. I have, you know, divine guidance. Someone knows they have, right? Maybe you felt like you didn't have at one time, but now you do. With the root chakra showing up here, number 7. Your name could be 7. You could have 7 children. You could have named your child 7 or something like that. You could wear 7 jeans. I don't know, but number 7 is significant here. Okay? With the root chakra coming out, and I have. King of Swords in the reverse, yeah. Libra energy.
Dag, I was about to say something I hear Cardi B album.
She a Libra.
I am the drama.
She's that.
Am I the drama?
She is definitely a Libra, and it just came out that energy.
But the thing about that, right? Am I the drama? Let me ask you a question. What happens when we are the drama?
Okay.
What happens when we are the problem? Do anybody ever look at life honestly? Like, I'm talking about like my star seeds, my ascended masters, my enlightened ones, my powerful ones. Do you ever look at yourself and be like, I'm the problem?
Yes.
I do.
I do. If not, if not, I would be reckless. You know, if I couldn't see where I'm the problem in situations, I could see how I could be a very dangerous individual, because, you know, just the way that God made me. So if I'm not careful, you know, I could be very reckless out here in this world. So I pay attention to when I am the drama. I'm like, wait a minute, girl. And, you know, God comes to me too, like, little girl. Because, you know, God come to me like, little girl, sit down somewhere.
I honestly feel like if you haven't sat back and said, wow, I'm my worst enemy, then you have some growing to do. I feel like that's for everybody. Because if you're a person that your worst enemy is outside of you, right? You got a lot of growing to do, for real. Yeah, you may have enemies outside of you. We all do. But some of us really think that people on the outside of us are our worst enemies. And that's as far from the truth as it could possibly be. I'm trying to help somebody. You are your worst enemy. You are. We all are. At the end of the day, the minute that you realize that, the better off you are at defending against real rivals, enemies, even nemesis. Because some people, you have them. Like, it's a lifetime battle.
You know, it's so funny that you said that. I thought about something, the 4 agreements. You know, in the 4 agreements, he spoke about how, like, you know, a dog will do a mistake and, you know, they get reprimanded, right? And it's over with. But a human, we make a mistake and we go throughout life and we can't forgive ourselves and we stay stuck in that place, right?
Mm-hmm. No doubt. I don't know why, but I just heard that. Like, you know, what happens when we are the drama? We got Emperor out here. Aries energy. Respect, leadership, stability, structure, rules, power, authority, father figure, focus, protection, control, discipline, practical. Feeling like somebody's father, right? Actually, I'm feeling like the same old ancestral energy. So this could be somebody's father that transitioned.
Kevin.
Easily. It could be somebody. Edward, Santiago could be significant. Page of Pentacles. Emperor to the Page of Pentacles. If I really be honest, it feels like a person in a position of leadership and you have like a fun kind of exuberant energy. Like, it's almost like a childlike energy. I'm almost feeling like a masculine leader who's fun to be around, you know, maybe a person that is, very adventurous, this energy. I don't know, somebody is out here, like, yeah, this is a balanced masculine, right? Emperor to the Page of Pentacles to the Two of Pentacles upright. Multiple priorities, time management, juggling, adaptability, negotiating balance, decisions, weighing options. Yeah, I'm saying the masculine, a leader. You in position, right? This is good. I mean, what more can I say? What you got over there?
I got the King of Swords over here in the reverse, Libra to the 7 of Wands. Okay, I feel like there could be, you know, a Libra, a divine masculine, King of Swords, a very logical man that could be, you know, not in his best mind frame right now or something like that. You know, this could be due to trying to defend itself or something like that. There's a person that feels like he needs to defend himself. I don't know if this man is like, having to use words that he normally doesn't use. There could be a person that feels like they're not heard. There's a divine masculine here, but there's something about him having to defend himself from not feeling heard. Or maybe, I get it. Okay, I live with a king of swords, right? So I get it. There could be a king of swords, and because you are so truthful, just your mind is very sharp, right? And I feel like, maybe you come off as your truth is very cutting, right? And so, maybe you're finding yourself having to defend yourself all the time because your truth is very cutting. Something like that, okay? I don't know. I feel like with the Seven of Wands here, someone really feels like they have to defend themselves from things that's coming at them, because that's action, right? Wands are action. So someone feels like they have to defend what's theirs, right? Because someone feels some kind of energy coming towards them. So I don't know if there is a man that, maybe when you are upset, you zap out. I don't know what it is or something like that. Or maybe you just use very harsh words, cutting words, like curse words, just nasty words, right? And I feel like it's only because you feel like someone's pushing you and you have to defend yourself. But I feel like whoever you are, because you are divine masculine, God is really wanting you to find a different approach. I know it can be very frustrating when you're dealing with people that are spiritually immature on your level. But there's another way we have to deal with this. So I don't know. You could be needing to work on that. Oh my gosh. It says be kind to your partner. God is sharing them with you. Okay. So this doesn't have to be necessarily, a romantic partner. This can be, your soul tribe, the people that God are sending to you with the downloads, with the word, with the message. This could be people that you work with. This could be your family, whoever it is. God is sharing them with you. So be kind. I told you it was something about somebody's words. And I don't think that you're a mean person. I think that somebody got you messed up. And sometimes I get it, because I know, like, when you're talking to certain people, it feels like you have to use certain words for them to really hear you, right? But I feel like right now, God is really wanting you, divine masculine, sir. I'm going to call you sir, because I don't know. There's something very respectable about you. God is just wanting you to try a different way, a different approach. I feel like you're being pushed because evil wants you out of alignment. This is a masculine that I'm talking about is logical. This is a leader. This is a man that can think for himself. This is a man that's not easily persuaded by sex or money. So something about that here.
So we got, basically, this is a mirroring energy, right? We still got the Libra out here with the Queen of Swords, but this one says Queen of Swords to the Moon in reverse to the Knight of Swords in reverse. So much like she said, only this is a feminine energy.
Aquarius.
This is a person that is very righteous, unbiased, fair, justice. Queen of Swords is a card of justice, independence, and clear boundaries. Now, the Moon in reverse, inner confusion, darkness, insecurities, repressing emotions. The Knight of Swords is restless, unfocused, burnout, impulsive. No direction, unpredictable, disregard for consequence. So, very much a person that's willing to speak out. Very much a person that doesn't know everything that's going on in the dark surrounding the situation, with the moon being in reverse. This could be a person that's going through a lot of internal stuff, right? And still trying to be right and express themselves in an unbiased way. But it's just things that you don't know. So it breeds darkness and it breeds insecurities. It's like, I'm moving, but where am I going? I'm moving forward. I know that God is with me, but I can't see the way. But I can tell you, I'm hearing that song, Order My Steps. So sometimes you just have to, you have to be able to move, right? And move with a sense of certainty. Even when you can't see or you don't know what's going on, it's called faith. And the Knight of Swords in reverse probably a need to at least be willing to slow down. At least be willing to look at it and say, all right, well, maybe I need more than what I have, or maybe I need to go back and get something. Maybe I'm missing something. The Knight of Swords in reverse is it's an ill-prepared energy. It's valiant. It's willing to go. The Knight of Swords in reverse is like writer's block. You know, it's like trying to write a song when you got writer's block, or trying to write a book when you know you got writer's block. You simply going against the grain. It's not organic, the flow. When the Knight of Swords in reverse, it means that something is not going, it's not organic, it's not natural, it's not in the groove. So you could be forcing something. Queen of Swords.
Shanae, we're not ignoring you, but we don't really take questions on the live. We feel like, you know, your energy is very important. So we do private sessions. You can, you know, send us a message. So we're not ignoring you, but we don't take questions on our live. It's kind of collective. What's up, Dimitri?
Well, I was actually ignoring you. I did see it. I was ignoring it. Only reason why I ignore things like that is because the energy feels baited.
Yeah, like why are you trying to stop us from what we're doing?
Like, can I ask you a question?
I would like book a reading.
It feels like a baited question, like, and then the energy feels off. So when I'm on here and I'm flowing, if your energy ain't right and you come through, I just ignore it because, you know, it becomes a distraction.
It's time to show up for yourself. Okay? It's time to show up for yourself. And then we got heart fog, and it's coming out in the reverse. So I like this. Mixed signals, block emotions, and messed up. That's no longer. You're showing up for yourself. Okay? Emotionally. I feel like you could have been emotionally blocked. You know how sometimes you've gone through so many things, you just feel like you can't feel anymore? You're just numb. Like you don't have any feelings towards anything. I feel like that's, you know, someone's learning how to balance their emotions so that they don't have to hide them. They can express them, but, you know, not being overly emotional so that they can make logical decisions. Okay? Something like that.
I'm hearing Andrika, Eric and Andrika. Did you just get emotional?
Well, I was looking for my card. No, it says mixed signals, block emotions, messed up.
And Henrique.
And heart fog is in the reverse. So someone's making head over heart decisions. You know, that's difficult decisions. You know, that's why I said there's a man. I feel like, I don't know, God is telling me there's a man and you're making head over heart decisions, which can be hard. You know, we live in a world full of lust. We live in a world full of people that cannot discipline. They don't know what discipline is. We live in a world full of people that chase the same look as everyone else. So, you know, kudos to you, whoever you are, for being, you know, able to take your messed up self and get yourself together here. Okay? You know, maybe you could have even been a person that, like, you know, sent mixed signals to other people, right? And maybe you had to learn that your own energy is very powerful. And, like, you know, maybe you even had to figure out that you were alluring people in unconsciously, you know, not being aware that, you know, certain things were luring in the wrong individuals or something like that. It's time to show up for yourself. Stacy. Jackson.
You got the Five of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles, right? Again, I feel like off-grid community energy. I do. I've been getting the Five of Pentacles lately, and every time I pull it, it takes me to the people who are living off-grid. It says Five of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles, which means that somebody found something out there. Right? Somebody's actually gaining more in this isolation. It doesn't have to be homeless. It could be isolation. But it's something about this isolation or this homeless period that's bringing forth 10 Pentacles, which is wealth, financial security, right? I know when people say financial security, well, I ain't got no money. maybe it's spiritual finance. Like, when you get that financial security on a spiritual level, the money coming in real life shortly. The money gonna follow. Once you obtain spiritual security on a financial tip, it's gonna lead to money as above, so below. A lot of people think it goes the other way, and this is why you have a lot of rich people and they weak and poor spiritually, and it shows up soon. Imagine you give a man $1 million, you give a woman $1 million, and they spiritually poor. What you think gonna happen? Soon come, you gonna see them become poor. They'll lose all of the money, and they'll gain a lot of karma on the way. So chances are, they may look worse than they started when $1 million is gone. Why? Because money in a person who's spiritually poor, it doesn't mesh well, right? So somebody, you in this isolated energy, this homeless energy, this away energy, but it's actually leading to a form of wealthiness. People may not understand it. A lot of people don't. We went through it. And we didn't understand it either. But then we soon understood once, we like, okay, this is what you go through, right? All right, this is how this works. Life, you understand? Like, it's like you want better from God, you want to ascend, your soul has awakened. Okay, vicissitudes, they come. Unwelcome changes, they come. Now, this particular energy in the Five of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles, who's clearly gaining from what people think you're losing, understand, in your energy is effective deception. Effective deception. You know why? Because people will begin to offer you so much advice that they won't take. When you're going through your ascension, you have people that look at you and they see the power on you, and all they want to do is manipulate it. All they want to do is be able to take credit for what they see about to happen in your life. It's called defective deception. People that they want to make you believe that they're there for you. So you will believe, you know what I'm saying? So,
because I was thinking about the people who do that.
they wanna make you believe that they there for you. So when you lean toward them, they not there.
We got some of those, y'all.
It hurts you more. You see what I'm saying? That's the type of games people play.
We got some of those. They call you every couple months and just to make sure they got their foot in the door. So when we blow,
yeah,
they can be like, we was right there.
This is what people do. It's called effective deception, right? People try to pull on your heartstrings, right? So just be aware of it, right? Like, even people who be out there with you, right? God says, say that. For real, like, because the people who be out there with you, they'll begin to effectively deceive you. Like, all right, say for instance, say me and High Priestess, we start a mission together, right? But then down the line, she like, man, I don't want to do this no more, right? It's people that'll have that, I don't want to do this no more energy, but they won't say nothing. They'll still be on the mission with you, but really they're against you because they don't really want to do it no more.
Right.
So just be aware of effective deception. And there's no I don't feel it's harm in calling out effective deception.
That's so real. We seen this lady at a food truck like that, remember?
What she do?
Remember, it was a lady that owned her food truck, and she had her girlfriend working there. Her girlfriend was making her lose business because her girlfriend had a nasty attitude.
Oh, yeah,
and she had some of the best food, child.
Had the best food.
Oh my gosh! I said I can never buy nothing from her because I would have lost my whole divinity. You know what I'm saying?
Her customer service is messing up a good thing.
Yo, that food, I want some right now.
They working against the mission, ain't they?
Yeah, you know, friend got a good business going on, and you sitting up there with an attitude, don't own nothing.
Treating it real bad, right? And the funny thing about that was,
the food is good.
The friend that had the good food was the one working it,
and nice,
putting it together.
It was nice.
All the other person had to do was take the money, and they couldn't even take the money They couldn't, and that's how you be. Like when you be on a mission with people, you'll try to get them the smallest thing
Little
to do,
task,
so that everything, and they won't even be able to do that. And you tell me that's not effective deception? I can't rely on you. That's like when Jesus went to go pray in Gethsemane and the disciples couldn't even stay woke. He was like, y'all can't even stay woke. Like, I'm trying to make a prayer for humanity and y'all can't even stay woke,
No,
right?
real.
Effective deception. Watch out for it, right?
I was, she was a good example because when I talk about her little seafood stuff, child, it's like that. She got it.
She do.
She got it. And we from Maryland, and we don't normally like stuff from other places when it comes to that seafood. She had it, but the whole business can be destroyed because that lady was nasty.
And you gotta realize, like, I've learned this. In my maturity, you know what I have learned? I'm not building nothing with nobody that ain't building with me. See, if you building with me, then you got a right to act however you want to act because the building is strenuous, right? And somebody need to understand that too. If you build with somebody, they got as much rights to it as you got. You got to understand, because some of us, we like to build and then we build and then we become the effective deceivers because it's like, so a good way to gauge whether it's the right way to be situated in life out here, if somebody building with you, you gotta give them their space. But let them go through their process. Long as they building with you, let them build at their own pace and all of that, right? Don't be overbearing. Just because God gave you a gift or God put you in a role of leadership, being overbearing and not understanding how people process is the sign of a bad leader. It truly is. Because a good leader gonna understand how people process things, right?
Right, and that's real because that goes even as far as, you have some people that learn by visual, right? And then you have some people that learn by hands-on, right?
That's right. I mean, some people take longer than others, right? And some people actually are slowed down in life by things that other people can move through.
That's real.
And that's one thing I learned about people, right? Being a person with, I'll say, sort of a stronger mentality, I learned to get by early on in life by not trying to really exercise my strength over people, but understanding that everybody is not really gifted and sharp with it. So I never got in the mode of like, man, there's people dumb around me. I always was like, I was always like, well, I know that God made my mind sharper. So I understood that. So it's interesting to me to be around people that don't have as much responsibility for thought as me.
That's so real because I didn't even know that some individuals don't even have like an inner dialogue. Yeah. I did not know like some people literally, they can't process things in their brain. Like, I thought we all like, how you might pray in silent in your head, right? Your inner dialogue, right? You might pray in your head or you might, talk to your, like some people can't even do that. And I was not aware of that. Like, yeah.
When I,
inner dialogue.
When I begin to grow internally and I begin to understand what's really going on, I now know that a lot of people are not even human, Like, their soul is not human. Like, some people they don't have everybody doesn't have the same faculties that you see in the world. Some people have supernatural abilities, some people have animal instincts, some people are different things in their soul.
Animal instinct. That made me think about the dog.
You ever seen a good boxer? They be having a little dog that lives inside of them.
In them. We got the Queen of Pentacles coming out to the Four of Pentacles. Okay, there's someone holding on to their money. I don't know if you're a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, but I don't know. You could have been a person that you used to spend ridiculously, and now you could be really holding on to your resources, your finances. You know, you could be learning that the small things don't matter. You could be trying to make a big purchase. I see someone trying to make a big purchase on something. So you could be holding your coins, okay? All I need is within me right now. So, yeah, there's someone, you don't need extra things. Like, someone's literally, I see someone stacking. You could be walking around looking like a bum. Kudos to you, okay? Because you're stacking. I'm seeing somebody who, and when I say a bum, I'm just saying, like, you know, how we call ourselves, like, when our nails, now, you know, how we do the things that we like to do. And we're like, girl, I look like a bum, right? Not really looking like a bum because we're naturally beautiful, handsome, right, people? But what I'm saying is, like, you're not needing the extra things that the world calls, you know, requires for beauty, right? Maybe you don't need that extra shape up, right? Maybe you don't have to have the $100 boxer briefs right now, right? Maybe instead of going to get you a Chanel, maybe you're going with a Coach bag for now, or so whatever you're doing is smart. Okay, someone's learning like, shit, I lost a lot of resources before, and it took me a while to get this bag. So I'm being a little bit more smart here. Okay?
I had Snooty Wow. Stacking and flipping it. Stacking and flipping it.
That's what I'm saying.
Stacking and flipping it. Stacking and flipping it. Stacking and flipping it. Stacking and flipping the money I'm stacking.
Okay?
Somebody stacking the money up.
You could be from a big city. I see a big city here. Someone could be holding on to, holding on to their city reputation. I don't know if you represent a big city, but you'll see he has a big city in the back of him, and he's holding on to the reputation. So you could be a representation of your city, where you're from, okay? I don't know if you're a local rapper, singer. I don't know if you're the it beauty person in your town or whatever it is, but you're holding it down for your city. Someone's holding it down for their city. Okay, I put on for my city is what I just heard. Something like that.
They go Just to Berry popping out.
Who's that?
Money is not what we need to be searching for. Well, if you searching for money, I guess the universe is saying you don't need it.
Who's searching for money?
She said money is not what we need to be searching
Nobody's searching for money.
But if you are searching for money,
we don't search,
then,
we attract.
maybe it's not meant for you to have the money if you're searching for it.
We got to see what kind of mood that energy is today.
Breaking through.
I don't have a lot of patience today.
Breaking through with a forcer, right? So, and this fell out. This is not even from this deck. This is from the What's the Tea deck. So when I see forcer out here, it says, forces things on you. Forces their way. Uses force to get what they want. And then it says, breaking through, right? Guess what? Kudos to you. Somebody, you found a way around or through a forceful influence in your life. I feel like a tyrant, like somebody that just wouldn't seem to not want to let go. A forcer. It doesn't have to be aggressive. Actually, this could be a passive forcer. You know, like a person who like to play in your accounts, switch the names around, call and get your electric turned off or cancel your phone. This is like a forcer, right? Somebody that's going to force their way, meaning they're going to do whatever, but it says breaking through.
But look, you know what's so funny? That card doesn't even belong in that deck.
It doesn't.
That card forced its way in the deck.
The card is a forceful card. I got Spirit wanted somebody to say, wanted to, encourage somebody to keep moving away from this forcer, because I really feel like this is a passive forcer. I feel like it could be a woman or a man that do womanly shit, like, Empress to the King of Wands.
I got two people out here, the Empress and the King of Wands. Okay, you could be a Libra, Aries.
That could be you. That could be y'all.
Number 3 is significant.
The Empress came out again.
I don't know. This could be a power struggle. You know, the Empress to the Queen of Wands, to the King of Wands could be a power struggle. That's a woman who knows who she is, and when she walks in the room, she expects a certain response. And this is a man who is a leader, and when he walks in the room, he demands a certain response. So I don't know. This could be like some kind of power struggle here, something like that. This could be a woman that, maybe your position you know, at work or whatever, is just, I don't know if you bring in more or whatever it is, but this could be a power struggle because this man is like, I'm still that man. Look at him. He got a line behind him. You know, this is a man that's like, you know, he's like, I'm still a man, Empress. I don't know. Something about that.
I mean, they both upright, though.
Yeah, no, it's good energy. But it's
The
still,
King of Wands,
that doesn't mean it's not going to be a power struggle between two strong individuals, right?
I think I know who this is right here. I don't think she here this morning. King of Wands to the Empress. I think I know who that is. I think I know that couple. I think I know that couple. Stacking and flipping it. Okay, what do we got out here? We got a Aries Aquarius in reverse, a star in reverse. I feel like this is a person right here. You have effectively given up, or you know this person. You could know this person, but they have effectively given up on faith. This is like a faithless person, like a person that they could be struggling with. The star in reverse struggles with a lot. Addictions to be, I mean, that's to be expected with the star in reverse. Certain addictive traits, addictive qualities, addictive personalities. But this lack of faith and despair is what's concerning, because this type of person can be reckless in their own right. Right? Just dealing with so much that if you let them in your world, your world takes a turn. Like,
oh yeah, that's a part of the song we made. I'm glad it's been stuck in your head, right?
yeah, that's
a part of our song.
we forgive, don't forgive now. Something like that.
We don't forget, but forgive now.
We don't forget, but forgive
We
now.
don't forget, but forgive now.
Well, maybe actually, now that I pulled the Six of Swords, right? Let me see what this says. Creativity. So I do see somebody moving from that place. The star in reverse to the Six of Swords. That's
We love you.
That's somebody. Maybe you sought help. I'm getting that. Somebody. The star in reverse to the Six of Swords. That could be like going in to get help. That could be like rehab. That could be like rehousing, you know. Six of Swords to the star. That could easily be rehousing, a new frame of mind, a new way of thinking, a new journey. Six of Swords, whatever it may be, is peaceful and calmer waters. I tell you that. And it's space for creativity. So I like that. It's showing me a person, maybe an Aquarius. It doesn't have to be. But maybe you were out here in the world and you were just wrong out here, right? And you found a way to make it right. It says transition, moving on, change, leaving behind, releasing baggage, moving to calmer waters, relationship ending.
I want to know who's pregnant and eating this pizza. I've been craving this pizza that you've been eating for days. I've been tasting it for 3 days. Somebody's eating pizza pregnant or something. And I'm tired of it. I gotta get a piece today. Thanks, Megan.
I don't know what I just tasted when you said
I want
pizza.
some. I'm ready to walk off of the stage, y'all, and go eat.
I'm actually tasting pizza from somebody eat the pizza from the back when it's cold. You like the back part of the pizza. Somebody.
I like cold pizza. My neighbor used to eat.
Somebody like the back crusty part, like.
Oh, thank you, Dimitri. A lot of people say, you know, it's crazy. That's where some of our biggest moments come from, the end. That's crazy. Everybody likes that. The end, when we go out. Mm-hmm. Jesse, you having a happy Saturday? You be full of that energy.
Somebody manifested this peaceful card yesterday.
Somebody called it out the deck.
Peaceful and expand your spirit. Make your spiritual world richer. Read more. Think more. And be exposed to new things. And your spirit will continue to grow and see a wider world. You know? Peaceful, expand your spirit. That feels good. It feels familiar. I remember when God brought me to that place where it was like, now I can learn. Now I can become who I was meant to be. Now I can move beyond the fears. Now I'm able to understand, right?
Today's a new day.
It became peaceful.
You hear me?
And it gave me room to expand my spirit. And thank you, God. A lot of y'all, right? A lot of us. I'll say y'all because many haven't reached this place, but I'll say us because we all go through it. Many of us go through a dilemma where God can't give us no more because we can't receive no more. And if we get more spiritually, we'll use it the wrong way. And sometimes when they get like that, you be stuck in life. Like, why can't I get ahead? Why can't I? Because if God gave you any more, you would destroy yourself or others.
11:11 on the clock. Somebody called out 10:10. Now I see 11:11.
You ever notice that? Sometimes if you look back, if you a wise one, if you look back in life and you can say, I'm glad I didn't get that thing, because if I would have got it at that time in life, I wouldn't have been ready for it. I would have did wrong with it. Well, imagine being in the spirit times 10. That's in the natural. Imagine what you can get in the spirit because you ain't ready for it. Because you don't have enough peace in your life. God can't even show you who you really are, because if you knew who you really was and what you was capable of doing, you might tear it up.
We love you too, Goddess.
You know? Real talk. Like, some of you so powerful that God has to hide you from yourself.
Come on now.
Until an appointed time when you can be revealed who you are. Because if people know who they are prematurely, a lot of y'all be out here spell working for the ducats.
You know what's crazy? God just gave me a vision. Some of you guys, like, even think about how hard you have done some things. I'm talking about some people have done some hard DURGS, right? Some hard things in life. And it was like, I'm seeing someone even times where you may have even done these things to try to take yourself, right? And God still like, no, it was something there that just kept, you know, pulling you back up, getting you up, moving you forward, right? I seen that.
You heard me.
I seen somebody in a dark room get up, you know, and they walked into the light.
I ain't gonna lie. If I knew years ago that I could do a magic spell and it would work, right? Imagine that, right? Imagine that. Imagine years ago in your life when you was running wild or you was cutting up. Imagine if you knew about metaphysical energy like you know now. Imagine what you would have did with it.
Misused it. The Baneful Witch, the Warlock, right?
I heard somebody say, man, I'd have been turning them niggas into donkeys.
Okay.
I'd have been turning niggas into donkeys a long time ago.
Didn't I
if
tell
I
you
knew
that?
what I need now.
Told you that time. I was like, I'll turn all these hoes into donkeys.
So basically, it's like, I'm hand turner in a donkey. What song is that? Jim up, pass. No, that ain't that. Is it?
That one you was singing, that Jamaican song. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, that's
What's that song?
Shabba Rank.
Yeah, you be
No,
singing.
is that Shabba Rank?
You be singing one.
But the
song.
and I'll be turn them in a donkey. Ting-a-ling-a-ling. Yeah, that's what Shabba Rank said.
Booyaka, booyaka.
He said, yeah.
Jing-a-ling-a-ling.
The donkey and turn her in a donkey.
Okay.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought about it a few times, y'all, but I don't know spell work. So.
But I say, if you imagine, just imagine if you if you knew what you knew spiritually
Yeah.
back then, you might not have been balanced enough to make the right decision with it.
I would have been in trouble. I know I would have, because you gotta think we were not in alignment with life, right? So
Ding-a-ling-a-ling, school bell a ring,
Booyaka,
Mark and
booyaka.
Pfeiffer don't play.
Hey.
Booyaka, booyaka, Bashaba ranking.
Hey.
Yeah, hey, I remember that. She hollers. Somebody hollers, school bell ring. You heard
you
me.
heard me.
School bell a ring.
All right.
We showing our age, you right over here with us.
Rasta donkey.
Yeah, you heard me.
You heard what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's for real. Look at that. Look at that. Don't say that. I'm just showing you weirdo.
So, Four cups to the Queen of Wands, right?
Hey, Peaches.
Definitely somebody who naive to their own power. Four cups to the Queens of Wands is like maybe even you just becoming bored with yourself, right? Maybe it's not that you feel, maybe you don't feel naive at all. Maybe you're just bored with what excited you at once. It may not be exciting to you. You know, I was telling somebody in one of our missives that the more you become spiritually empowered, the less signs and wonders you feel, right? Like, you know how when you first begin to awaken, you feel everything so sensitive, you walk into your ranking. Well, once you get where God wants you to be at, right, those things, they follow you, but you don't see them. So it don't be exciting no more, right? Because signs are for non-believers. God does miracles and all of these things to get us, for people to believe. A lot of the miracles that God does are not really 3D visible, right? He does, the divine does miracles, miraculous things every day that we live. But a lot of it is not recognizable because we look for the mundane, right? We look for the 3D. So with that being said, just because your life is a bit mundane, don't become bored with the gift that God gave you, with the things that you know to be true. Don't become bored and don't become naive either to your own power.
Come on.
Don't be aware that you can cause havoc out of being bored if you start playing around with things.
Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play
how
with
about
it.
it? Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Like, because think about it. You in the Queen of Wands energy, right? You got a magic that's around you, but you bored. So out of your boredom, now you on a social site, ready to link up with somebody.
Private
right?
dancer.
And
dancer for money.
you know that the person you about to link up with, they not awakened. And that's the difference. Y'all not on the same frequency. So, only reason why you ready to hook up with this person, cause you bored and
Jet 2 holiday. Jet 2 holiday.
you jumping with the lust. You ready to be down with the lust, the low vibrational,
Jet 2
lustful
holiday.
energies, right? Which everybody be with them. Everybody deal with the, but don't get to the point where out of boredom, you start connecting with people that's gonna mess up your whole groove.
What's up, Bree?
Don't do it. Realize, although I'm bored and although I'm horny or all these things, I'm horny, I'm bored, I'm all this, but you got a frequency to maintain. Because if you go down and you connect with somebody that's not on that frequency,
Jet 2 holiday. Jet 2 holiday.
you can wake up tomorrow and be like, something different.
Something.
And you know, I'm going to tell you, them changes in the wind spiritually, they be hard because you will go through every day in your normal routine and you will just feel like something ain't right. Then all of a sudden you be like, something ain't right. Something ain't, God, what's wrong? God, what I do? And I'm telling you right now, that's what happened when you connect with people and they on a low frequency. You be having so much to process the next day. You be like, what did I do? My God. And your ancestors be right down on you like, dun 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 dun. You know, it be that kind of energy. So don't be naive to your own power. Realize, even though you bored and all of this, you still got to vibe with people on the same frequency. You got to vibe with energies on the same frequency.
Mm-hmm. You know, your energy is almost like, imagine if, you know, you had diabetes, right? And you take insulin, right? Your sugar goes up and down. So it's like you have to control it with the insulin. Same thing with your energy.
You heard me?
You know?
You know, sometimes when you're bored, it's a perfect time to feed your spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Go read something that you don't even... Go read something positive that your mind is pushing against.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you fight back your own energy.
That's real.
You know, when you like bored and you got something that can really feed you, it could be the Bible,
Mm-hmm.
right? It could be the Holy Quran. It could be any of those things, right? But look, that's the perfect time to feed your spirit. When you bored and you don't really feel like it,
Mm-hmm.
read it anyway. Just read a couple verses.
That's real. It says, be ready so you don't have to get ready. You know, it says, my people perish due to lack of knowledge. So be ready so you don't have to get ready. You know, some of these things you've been learning over the years, you didn't know when you would use these. Because some of you guys did some things over the years and you could like, why am I even doing this? You didn't realize that it was all a part of the purpose, all a part of your growth from where you are right now. So everything you've been doing, it has been putting you in alignment for where God wants you to be. Be ready so you don't have to get ready.
Hey, yo, I'm sitting here laughing because I'm seeing somebody and they like, right? Like, I don't know if it's a child.
You crazy.
It feels like it's a child, right? And they just cry. They be like, But I also feel like I see an adult in this energy that I see an adult in this energy, and it's not funny. I don't mean to be laugh, but I think we all been through it. Somebody done something that they ain't got no business doing, and it hit them all at once, and they like, right? So if that's you, it's gonna be okay. Like I'm not laughing at anybody. I'm laughing with it because I know it. I know what it feels like to be like a grown baby because you done something that you don't have no business doing or you don't have no knowledge of doing, right? And you really be like, God, Lord, just help me this one time, like, right?
Okay. We got boundaries and the Four of Pentacles coming out for you. So someone's holding on to their boundaries, okay? It says no. Someone's learning that no is okay. You know, the Bible says that, you know, there's only two answers to a question. It's either yes or no. There's no in between. Mm-hmm. When a man or a woman says maybe, it's a lie.
Yeah.
Right? So someone needs to know that here. It says no, drawing the line and enough. Someone has had enough of, you know, situations. So someone's holding on to their resources. Someone's holding on to their peace, their stability. I don't know if you were a person that, you know, maybe you gave a lot of your resources away to people. You know, I'm seeing someone and, you know, when you were fresh, you wanted to make sure everybody else was fresh, you know. When you got a new couch, you wanted to make sure they got a new couch, you know. You know, you could be that person, and now you're holding on. You're drawing the line. It's almost like the line has to be drawn somewhere, you know. Someone could have been thinking you were a goofy whole time. They're goofy, is what I'm saying here. Something like that, you know. I remember somebody thought I was goofy, and boy, oh boy, when the rabbit got some gun, it's no fun, right? Something like that, you know. I love when people underestimate people. That's why, you know, when I looked at Terrence Bud Crawford, I knew he would win. I could see the dog in him. He was an underdog. People just couldn't see the fire, but I could see the fire behind his spirit, and I knew that God was using him for a greater purpose, right? Something like that. Enough is enough, okay? Boundaries are here, spiritual boundaries. You know, it says if we have no boundaries, we're like a city without walls. And what happens to the cities? You know, what happened to all of the cities that had no boundaries and no walls? They were overtaken by other empires, other places, other kings, right? Something like that. Okay. We got the heart chakra coming out, the Anahata chakra. Okay, number 4, you could be a life path number 4. You could have a 4-year-old grandchild. I'm picking up a grandma. You could be a grandpa. Your grandchild could be 4 years old. It says, I feel. Okay? Now, I like this one. You could be, you know, a person that can, you know, feel on a deeper level. You know, I feel like you are a empath. Okay? And because you are an empath with the heart chakra coming out, it's very important for you to have boundaries. You know, it's like your heart has been broken several times, and that's why it's important for a person like you to have boundaries. You can't play around with people, because when you don't have boundaries, people feel like they can come in and do whatever to you. So yes, I'm saying no this year. I'm hearing this for someone. Someone's like, yeah, I'm saying no this year, okay? Right? I'm saying no when I mean no. I'm saying yes when I truly do mean yes. And when I don't want to do something, you know, I don't have to have a lie because I don't want to do something. You know, because let's talk about that. You know, people want to pressure you into things in life, and don't allow people to pressure you, because literally, you know, someone will ask you a question or ask you for something. Let me get $10, right? And you tell me no.
No.
Right? Well, why not? Right? You know, people will pressure you to have a reason for why you're telling them no. You're not obligated. The answer is no. Because I said it. Because I stood on it. Because I meant it. Because God told me to say no. And I have boundaries. I'm saying no for me because I love me.
You know, we used to call it the soft press back in the day. Real soft press. It's like, let me get that. Well, why not?
It's spiritual bullying.
Well, you know I need it. You know, real soft press kind of thing, right? So I learned early on in life to be resistant to it. So when I it's funny. It literally become funny because it's like, if I say no at the beginning, it's gonna be no. And the kids, they be mad at me. All the kids be mad at me because you're not gonna soft press your way into.
Not with this one.
Kids, they good at it. They will soft press they mother down to death. They daddy down to death. The kids with the soft press. Mama, hey mom, come on, mom. Why not, mom? Come on, right? So I feel like you do them along. Just say them you do it great justice if you learn how to say no, as well as you say yes. And like she said, learn that anything in between yes and no is devil's play. That's what people do. I done it. You done
too.
it.
That's
Somebody called you, they be like, hey,
you know
can you do so and so? And you be like, I'm a C.
You already know when you say I'm a C, maybe. The answer is no. Just say no. You already know in your mind you want to say no, but a lot of times we feel like saying no is mean, but it's not. God says it's no in between. It's either yes or no. In between is the lie.
We actually think that we better people for not saying no,
but it's not.
But we really shitballing more.
Yeah. We
really become worse. Like, it's kind of diabolical if you think about it. Like, if you call me and be like, bro, on Monday, I need you to loan me $100 on Monday.
And you say, come get it.
And I'm like, I'm going to think about it. I'm going to see.
Or,
right?
Or what about this? You tell me come get it, and then you keep running around.
No, that's a lie, right? What's diabolical is if I be like, all right, I'm going to see, I'm going to think about it. Now, I'm worse off because the person who waiting for the money, they already going to be, oh, yeah, that's my man. I know he got me. He said he going to think about it. So when I say
they
no
automatically
on Monday,
thinking,
it's more diabolical.
It set people up for failure because you already know you're not doing it. So just say no.
It's more
like,
diabolical.
and I've been there, so I know, like, you know, the answer, if you feel like you got to say, I'll see, maybe, just say N-O. The answer is hell no.
Just say no.
Okay.
Unless you purposely doing that to somebody, right? You know.
Because you did. That is so true. Like when, like, you know, if your mom tells you like, well, I'll see. Or if your friend tells you like, I'll see, that's hope.
Yeah, it's hope.
It gives you hope. It's a false sense of hope that, it's a false
I'm gonna be
sense of-
mad at you if you tell me you gonna see. I'm gonna take that as
You going to go
I'm
look
good.
and move some things around.
That's me being who I am. If you tell me I'm gonna see, I'm gonna be like,
I'm thinking you're
good.
rearranging some stuff.
Yeah, because when you come back and tell me no, I'm heated now. Like, but
You
I
knew
thought
that from the beginning.
I thought you said you was gonna see.
Oh my gosh.
You ain't see much, huh?
I thought, for me, I see me like, I'm going to rearrange some things so I can make this happen for you. Because that's how I think,
Yeah.
For me, I see really does mean like, all right, let me see what I could do, right? Instead of just saying no because maybe I don't have what they need at the moment.
But you know
right?
what
But
really...
I really am like, all right, let me see what I can do. But I had to learn that wasn't what people meant. It wasn't meaning the same thing as me.
I ain't gonna lie. If I spit justice, I really say this. Everybody who told me no in life, I respect
them.
I didn't like when they said no, but that's like my old grandmother Shirley. She was a no saying somebody. She could say, I used to think her mind is set up to come back with the illest no. One day, this is a woman that told me this one day. I had heard something in the house, right? She knew our house real well. So I'm in the house, I'm trying to get to it, but it's in the kitchen. So she just keep being in the living room. So I'm now in the kitchen, I cut the water on, I'm getting water out the faucet. She holler, what you in here doing? So I'm like, getting some water. She don't be drinking up all my water.
Out the
right?
faucet.
out the faucet. But it was because she knew what was going on, and she is already a master at no. So, when you went to her, but it was good. I can respect her in hindsight. She was a person that knew how to say no.
Right, and then you have the ones that say yes, and then they want to talk about you after they do it. Like, stop saying yes if you really don't want to do something for a person. Like,
you
we gotta
lying,
be that,
Dimitri.
right? We gotta be that true to know. Like if you don't there's two answers. Like from now on out, as a collective, we gonna say, today there's two answers. It's either yes or no. Let's try it.
Yo, and then I ain't gonna lie, yo. Let's start being able to say no and accept no, because one thing when I was speaking about my grandmother, I would make her an option on my to-go list when I was younger. Because when I was younger, I used to cut up a lot, right? So I needed options. I knew my grandmother was one option that was going to tell me no. So guess what? She was always my first go-to because her no made me find another way. Like once I called grandma, I'm like, hey, grandma, can I? No. I don't even know why you called no. Right? And then I would hang up with her and I would be like, okay, let me find a way. But imagine if she was a wishy-washy grandmother that kept, well, I'll think about it, call me back later on when Donald get home, right? Or something like that. She wasn't that. She would say no. So I feel like if you say no, you bring forth a better justice to somebody.
Yeah, because when you say maybe and somebody keep calling you, don't get mad because I'm going to check you about it.
And don't get mad when they talk about you. I'm like, this MF keep telling me they going to think about it and they never do nothing. Like they just be lying.
Lying looking face. What is the deeper meaning? So when a challenge arises, am I able to search for a deeper understanding? And I love this, That's a great question. As we begin to go throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout life, let's look at things and ask ourselves, what is the deeper meaning behind this? Because a lot of people go through life and think that shit just happens. Nothing is coincidental, okay? Everything is done with intention, strategically, and with purpose, okay? God makes no mistakes in everything and works in divine time and order. So when challenges arise, make sure you're searching for the deeper understanding. When something comes up, it's an opportunity for you to learn and for you to grow, right? So that you can later on become a teacher in this area. Because a lot of you guys are teachers in our energy, right? And the teacher needs a teacher, right? So when challenges arise, I am searching for a deeper understanding. I love this, okay? We got Nourish. You know, Nourish loves to come out for you guys. So I don't know if you need some self-care, some pampering. You know, you might need to go get that little fine little shape up with that beard thing. You know, be looking all cute and stuff. When y'all be coming in acting like y'all don't know y'all look good. You come home and stand in your woman face, you get the grinning and smiling. You want somebody to see that. Yeah, you might need one of those today. Okay? Right? You maybe need to, you know, put your hair in a different style. Pull your hair back. Put it up. Put on a hat, right? Maybe not care about your hair today, right? You know, whatever, right? Just nourish yourself. Self-growth, self-focus, and self-finding, okay? Maybe you're like, girl, ain't nobody got no money because I'm hearing somebody popping their neck at me, okay? Well, I know you got some fingernail polish around that house. You can paint them toes, right? Something.
Say somebody could twist their own, you twist everybody else's hair.
You can twist everybody else's hair.
Twist your own up.
You can do your own, right? Something about self-care is here. Because some people
Get
feel
that man
like...
something to look at.
Yeah, you know, I feel like some people feel like when you don't have money, you can't perform self-care. And that's a lie. You better go around the house and find some lemons and some cucumbers and cut them cucumbers up and stick them on them eyes and lay down for a few minutes and get them lemons and do your lips or whatever you do. You better find something to do.
Especially like men and women, both. This for men and women. If when you with somebody, right, you can't expect to let yourself go and then you have to expect a change in them if you let yourself go. Think about it. Think about it. Like if you with somebody and you decide, I'm letting myself go, would you expect them to remain the same when you decide to let yourself go? No. People who do that, you push the person away from you. When you let yourself go, when you in a relationship and you begin to let yourself go, you can't then look at the other person and be like, oh, they don't like me no more. Oh, no. Nah, that's not the case. You have to respect them as a person. They're not just supposed to stay the same and you decide you want to let go. You gotta hold yourself up. The same way you expect other people to hold themselves up when there's a relationship, right? You got skills and talents to step back. You're being asked to step back from your life in order to gain perspective. And this is, again, somebody you probably don't know exactly what it is that you have, right? You're probably trying to figure out what is your gift, what is it that you're good at, and a lot of times when we in that place, you gotta step back. You can't just move like, it's one thing to move in the unknown, but it's another thing to just move unknowing. Like if you know it's something about you and you can't figure it out, maybe ask somebody. Maybe stop assuming. Some people, honestly, I can really be honest. Some people you're not mature enough to assume. Some of us. Some of us are too immature to make assumptions. So our own assumptions are not safe all the time. Especially when it's in regards to finding out what's going on with your life. Your skill set, your talent set. On a spiritual level. Step back. Gain perspective. When you're too close to a situation, it can be hard to make a decision. Span out and view your life from a distance so you can get the perspective that's needed. Kind of being able to see yourself in third person. What does seeing yourself in third person look like? Okay, when you decide to admit that you're the problem, that's looking at yourself in third person. When you can look at your life and be like, okay, I can see who I am from a positive and a negative place. I can see both aspects. That's kind of looking at yourself in 3D. I mean, third person. And that's what this step back energy is all about. Everything good in there?
You know, them kids, it's Saturday. Them kids be hopping and riding. Them kids, you would think they got a car or something. They be just gone.
I'm about to go eat.
The life of a football player. Yeah, I'm hungry too. And I got high. I had to take I'm high. Definitely ready to go eat. Hey! And that was your message. Accept or reject it. But keep your spirit protected. Daily message. Message. We love you guys so much. We hope you guys enjoyed the message. We until next time, okay? If you would like to support our page, all of our information is on our channel. If you would like to book a personal reading with us, we actually have 2 spots available today. All of our readings are free. We just ask for a donation for our time. So if you want to tap in with us, we do have 2 available appointments today. And until next time, we love you. We elemental beings. Trying to save the people from the pain and misery. They don't understand me. I'm a different kind of being, come from the 5D. Death called me, the Reaper came. You gotta heal to release the pain. The death called me, the Reaper came.